everybody. This is Gayle, and welcome to our live stream tonight at 7 p.m. on Saturday night, and that means we are live. So good to see you all. Let's see. We've already been joined by Peter Parker and by Lori Jean. So hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Comments are Peter says, did you get my email with the address and my yes. Don't worry. I've got it, and I did respond to you. So, no, the portable air conditioner works great in winter cold. Good to know. I appreciate Peter for sharing that insight. And Lori says, hi. So, hi and welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we're going to try this little portable air conditioner and see how it goes. I'm streaming from the kitchen, close to the kitchen sink. That way, if it starts leaking or anything, I can dash over to it. But let me grab it. Got it. And this was given to me from Amazon. Not from Amazon, but from a company that sells on Amazon. They asked if I wanted to try it. Now, this is not the first company that has offered to share one like this. I've been contacted several times, and I've always said no. And then this time I decided, why not? We'll give it a whirl. The reason I always said no is because I'm just not convinced. But I'll give it a try and see. So this is a portable air conditioner, Greatssly, Greatssly, personal evaporative air cooler, and a small room air conditioner, portable with 3 speeds, and it's supposed to have a 7-color LED night light. So it's a humidifier function, and it's supposed to be for bedroom, home, or office, van life, or RV life. So, like I said, I have no clue how this is going to go, but we'll give it a whirl and see what happens. Since it's sponsored, I literally have nothing lost, right? So, all right. Well, the first thing is, it is kind of small. We'll take it out here and see how this goes. And I see that we have 3 in here. So welcome. And do go ahead and click like on the live stream, please. Stop. And Peter, it says, I see John did the dishes. He's a good guy to do the dishes. And Lori, do you think they paid Gayle for the review? Lori may have had to step away for just a minute. Also, Stellar Piper's not able to be here tonight. She had a conflict. So we'll let her have one night off, I guess. We'll see. But I can answer your question, Peter, and that is no, I did not get paid to do this particular review. They just sent the air conditioner. So, but even if I was paid to do a review, you're still going to get like my actual opinion on it, because it's like I told a company once before. Whoops, let me adjust this just a little bit. But it's like I told a company once before when they offered to send me a product, they were going to pay me a little bit to do it. And I said, regardless, I am going to give my honest opinion on it, because if I was to say something is wonderful and it is a piece of junk, then y'all are going to get mad at me and you will never trust another review that I do. So this was a little over a year ago, and they decided not to send me the product because they were trying to get me to guarantee a positive review, and I just can't. Just cannot do that. So anyway, I've got this one, and we'll just try this all out together. Please read instructions carefully before use. Let's see if the instructions are in English, shall we? Yes. Okay, air conditioner fan. It says, thanks for using our products. Please read the user manual carefully in advance. Thank you. So there we go. There's the manual. Obviously, I'm not going to read this all through deeply, but it's got the diagram, so it points out all of the functions for the atmosphere light button and indicator light, power, timing, cooling. Single press to turn on the cooling mode. Press again to close it. Automatically turns off when there is no water when the cooling mode is turned on. Okay, so I know I'm going to need water, right? And it's all good, Lori. I'm glad you got it. And don't use that near running water. It would be shocking. Yes, it would be. But this is going to have water in it, so we'll see. Connect the power, but the light keeps dark. The product, okay, that's the problem. Sorry. Okay, precautions. Do not tilt the product during product work. When there is water in the water tank, be sure to keep it horizontally placed. Be sure to add pure water to prevent impurities in the water from affecting the normal operation of the refrigerator. Do not exceed the maximum water level line every time you add water to avoid spilling on the tabletop. Okay, good to know. Use up the added water every day to avoid leaving dirt in the water tank for a long time. Wouldn't you know, don't allow children to use and play with the product. And if you accidentally knock down the product with overflow with water, please cut off the power immediately to avoid leakage. When you use it again, you must completely dry the power port before using it. Makes sense. That goes back to what Peter said about it being shocking. And let's see. Regularly clean the residue and scale in the water tank. Recommended to clean it once a week. That's good to know. And let's see. It says, open the water cap and add pure water, then close the cap. And it says the adding water capacity should not exceed the maximum water level. Got that. Turn on the power indicator light flashing means it's working normally. Tap the power button and the power starts to work. So I guess we turn on the power and then tap it. The default wind speed set first level and the first indicator on the left turns on. The power light always keeps on, which is good, right? Okay, Peter says he saw a doctor about his back and he sees her again on the 10th of June. I hope that goes well. Back problems are no fun. Let's see. When necessary to set the time to turn off the fan, press the timing button to set 2 hours or 4 hours to automatically turn off. Then it says when needed to turn on the cooling mode, press the cooling button with the cooling light on, enter the cooling mode, and adjust the wind speed to meet your requirements. And when the atmosphere lamp is needed, press the atmosphere lamp button to select the mode, the colorful automatic changing mode, or the selected monochrome light mode. Press to close if not needed. And when you don't need to use it, press and hold the power button to turn off all functions and then turn off the power. So, all right, I just read that. Per the instructions, Lori Jean says she's wondering if the air conditioner works too. She has an 8,000 BTU that she struggled with. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Right. Now let's unbox it. Okay. Okay. So we've got a couple of pieces here. All right. The power cord and the unit. Reasonable. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. You know, I've heard, oh, and it's going to cool the van, and I've heard, oh, no, it won't. So it's going to see. I think it's the same concept as a swamp cooler, and a swamp cooler is really, really good for areas like in the desert Southwest or really any place where the humidity is not high. If you've got high humidity, you're not going to want something like this as a general rule, just because it's difficult for it to keep that. Or so I've always been told. We'll see. And I also want to apologize about Thursday night's live stream. I was not able to communicate with you all because I had gotten no notices on my phone to indicate anybody was in the chat room. So I thought I was there by myself. So sorry about that. I appreciate y'all hanging out anyway. Okay, so here we are. This is the little air conditioner. With buttons on the top. Those little controls that I just read about. And it's got little feet on the bottom of it. Let's see. Peter says he was in the chat room. And Peter says, Lori, you have to clean the AC filter. Yeah, no, it didn't mention that. It just mentioned cleaning out the residue. But it makes sense that you would have to clean the filter. I would expect to. So let me look and see again where we add the water. I'm thinking that this is it. Let me just double check before yes, it is. Okay. So that's good. And it's got the indicator, or the window rather, on the back so you can see what the water level is. It's so small. It should sit on the desk just fine. So we'll see. Okay, I'll put it over here on the counter. We'll try it from there. Oh, and the vents move. Open and close. Nice. Okay. We'll see how this goes. I'm anxious to try it. It is really cute. I do have to say that. Power port's in the back. Right there. Power light is flashing. I hope y'all can see that. Now, just because the water port is so close, I'm going to where I pour the water in, I am going to wait. I'm going to unplug it here, actually. Okay, so this is where you put in the water, and it's just a few inches from where the power port is on the back. So there you go. Okay. I may have made a bad decision by putting water in this jar. Let me see if I have something else I can pour it into. That'll be a little more secure. Yeah. Excuse me just a second. We'll do a lid with a pouring spout. Because y'all know me. Okay. Pouring it in. Making sure not to overfill. See, there I went. Okay, so it's going to hold a little. This is a 2-cup measuring cup. And I've still got water in the bottom of it, so it's not going to hold 2 cups quite. It's going to hold a little bit under that. Okay. And I see I have 5 people now. Go ahead and dive into the chat room and to give me a like, please, on the live stream. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in. Okay, so the fan is running. me hold something in front of it so you guys can tell the fan really is running. Let me see what we got here. Let's turn it sideways. Okay, so it is running. It's quiet. I mean, you can still hear it, but overall it's pretty quiet. Do we have an infrared thermometer by chance? I'm asking my husband if we have an infrared thermometer that we just point and shoot.
Hello, YouTube. Yeah, I think it's up in my toolbox. I'm gonna get it.
If you don't worry about it. I really can't tell. I'm going to hit the button again. I really can't tell that it's cooling at all. So let me see. Aha. So I did just go ahead and hit the top button, the snowflake portion, and I don't know if you can tell. Let me see how I turn this off. But it is cooling. You can actually see the little spray there. Let's see. That's not helping it show up, but hopefully you can see it a little bit. Here we go. Oh. Okay. If you can't find it, don't worry about it. That was a late breaking thought anyway.
Let me see.
He's looking for it. It's a one of those little point and hit. Let me see who else we've got in here. Hi, Joshua. Now it's been a while since we've seen Joshua, but hi and welcome. Yay! You can come say hi if you want to. Okay.
Hello,
so,
YouTube.
I got to figure out how to work this now.
You just turn on pull the trigger.
Oh, it pulls the trigger. Ah, okay. Cool. All right. So this says the ambient temp is 72.8. That's what it is, just the regular air temp. And we'll see what this is. I'm holding it directly in the stream. Let me just, I'll turn it sideways so you can tell better. I'm holding it directly in the stream. And at 2 inches away, it actually is cooling. At 2 inches away, about, it's 65.1 degrees. Whoops. Hold on. I'm going to zap it again. Well, it was. Okay, here we go. All right. 65.8 is what it just was there a second ago. And that is with it on the little snowflake button, which indicates cold. Let me just turn it back on and use it just as a fan, okay? So forget the cool, just as a fan. I just want to compare it. Still holding it a couple of inches away. Give it just a second there. Okay, so 71.5, oh, I'm sorry, 71.2 is what it's reading. So it is going to cool some. Now let's check the other settings. Ooh, look at the light. Okay. I'm going to turn this off. Oh, I can't reach this. Hold on. I'm too short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay.
There we go. Can you turn off the overhead light?
Sure.
I'm so glad hubby came home for this, right?
Yeah.
There we are. The light is doing its thing.
Huh. Cool.
I don't know if I could sleep with that going on with with the green and the white and the blue, and there we are back to green. Now we're at red. What do you all think? Would this help you sleep, the colors and all? This is so cool. Okay, go ahead, turn the light on. I got to take a picture of this. Just because it's so cute and so little. All right. Right now my phone is working better than the nothing. Not quite better than nothing, but close. I got to put this on Instagram later. Are y'all following me on Instagram? If not, the link is down below. Instagram.com/alwaysbebodacious. You want to follow me there. Because I put different information there. So like if you ever want to know how to insulate your van using recycled materials from Misfits for the insulation that comes in the food box, I've got that up there. You know, more things like that are coming up. So let me come back to the chat. Let's see. Lori says, I found a new filter to clean a few years later below it or not. Believe it or not, Gail. LOL. We had many fired with smoke nearby too. Lori says, thanks, Peter, for the reminder. Hey, Money Fluffy Bunny is in. So, hey, how are you, Money Fluffy? And let's see. Joshua's here. Candy, the wee service dog, is here. So, hi, Candy. Hi, you all. Welcome to the live stream. For those of you who just came in, I am trying out this little portable air conditioner unit from Amazon. And to catch you up, it's got the little door in the back for you to add water to. It says not to go beyond the fill line, so we won't. The fan's running. I'm just like kind of flabbergasted, and it's got this cute little handle that I missed earlier. There we go. That's the handle to make it easy to move. It said keep it horizontal, but what they really mean is keep it level. So I'm just going to let this run while we have the live stream, because I filled it up to the top of the fill line, and now we're just a little bit below, so not much. And let's see, it also said that I could add ice to this in the back. So actually, let me add some ice, because we know that the cool portion was the 65 degrees. We'll go ahead and do it again. It takes this just a minute. And this little infrared thermometer is a great little gadget. Like if you're traveling and you want to know like the temperature of your tires, you can check it that way. It will. It's really great because you can find out if there is a tire problem quicker. And also for grilling and food and for testing air conditioners. We'll give it just a minute. Okay, now we're just a couple of degrees away, and it's 62.9. There we go. So I'm going to throw some ice in it right quick. Give me just a second to grab that. I'll be right back. And we'll just give it a whirl. Thank goodness for ice machines in the fridge. Of course, if it's really hot outside, it's going to be difficult to, buy a lot of ice. But let's see if this will fit. Oh, and one thing about ice, if you are at a truck stop and you have your own cup, usually they'll let you fill it for free. Okay. We'll give that just a second. Now I'm going to zap it. What did I say say it was just a minute ago? 60 something, 0.9, I forgot. Do you all remember? If you remember, drop it in the chat.
65.
I know earlier it was 65. I only put in 4 ice cubes, so that may change it too. I'll give it just a minute to read because it's fluctuating just a little bit, so I want to get to a steady number. Still about 2 inches away. Well, so the air coming out of the machine at this point is 59.1. 59.1. So that's pretty nifty. We'll see how it is. Of course, that's with the ambient temperature, like I said earlier, being around the 72 mark. You see what the kitchen thermometer says. Yeah, kitchen thermometer says 71 degrees. So, yeah, forget what I said about 72. So anyway, I'm just going to let this run, and we'll see in about half an hour here what the water level is. And that'll give us a little bit more of an idea of whether or not it's practical and how practical it really would be for everyday use. But right now, it's looking good. What do you all think? I'm really surprised. It's doing much better than I thought it would. And I'm a few feet away now, and I can still feel the fan. I'm going to adjust the vent just a little bit. So, all right. Now this really reminds me of when I went camping and I didn't have an air conditioner, and Stella and I were going down to Florida. A friend of mine had come in and she was going to Orlando. So we take off in the van and go, but I didn't have a good air conditioner in the van at the time. What I did was I took one of the coolers that we had and cut the top, and I got a piece of PVC pipe so I could adjust it. And we filled the thing with ice and ran the fan over it on one end with the ice coming up in the other. And that cooled some, but not great. The reason that air conditioner contraption didn't cool very well is because we were in Florida and it was super, super humid. Also, I think that I really needed perhaps a stronger fan to help really blow that air. This has got a pretty good fan. I can feel it. Let me see if you can. I don't know if you can tell that's moving or not. Can you tell it's moving? That's actually the fan moving. It's some, not me. So hopefully you can tell that it's moving. So here I am a few feet away and I can still feel it, which is really nice. Let me see. I'll try it here. There we go. I guess you can tell more with that. Peter sees it moving. So yay! All right. So thank you for that. So I'm pretty optimistic. I got to tell you, I'm surprised. Here all this time, I've been saying no to all these reviews on these gizmos because I really didn't think it would work based on some of the previous experience that I had down in Florida with the other cooler that we tried to make, which functions the same way. So nifty. So we'll see how this goes. And if anybody wants to know what the cost is of it, like I said, this one was sponsored, and $29.99 is what the price is. So I can put a link down below, but This one is not going to be an affiliate link just because they provided the product for free. So I don't quite feel right putting an affiliate link down. But if you all want to support me through Amazon, you can do that for free. My Amazon store link is amazon.com/shop/Gayle Crabtree. And that's a way you can support me for free. Now, Amazon is not going to tell me who purchased, so your privacy is totally secured by them, okay? Let's see, back to the chat. Like I said, Candy's here, and hello to Candy. I'll see you. Yes, Lori's asking about a link for the air conditioner. Yep, I'll drop that down, and I'll also post it in the group. And let's see. Peter's saying you could get 100 of those. It would cool the house fast. I think for 100 of them, what's 100 times 30? A lot. So I think I can get a regular air conditioner for that, but that's cute. Let's see. 100 times 30. I'm just going to go with it and see. 3,000. Yeah, I can definitely get a pretty good air conditioner for $3,000. But yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to be going back out to the desert Southwest a little bit later on this summer because grandbaby, and that will be. I'll take it with me, and I'll post a review to let you know about that when we get out there. So we'll see how this does. And speaking of grandbabies, I have a picture I have to show because several of you all have asked how she's doing, and she's doing good. She's starting to suck on a pacifier, so yay. And she is up to just a little over 2 pounds. Hopefully YouTube won't zap me, but I don't even know. There you go. There really is a baby under all those blankets. Here's her little head. Well, there we go. Her head's right here. There she is. But she's just so small. In the pictures that my daughter has sent of her with her finger held in it, you can really get an idea of how tiny she is. I'm going to see if I can find that real quick. Hopefully YouTube won't zap me. Hopefully. Where'd it go? It's got to be in here somewhere, right? But she's doing good. Like I said, she's starting to use a pacifier now just a little bit because that helps with her ability to swallow. And so that's pretty important. Here we go. Yeah, let me see if it's, there we go. She's holding my daughter's finger, her little hand's right there. So her whole arm is approximately approximately about a finger and a half in length. That's her arm. So, but she's doing good. Just, Lori's saying what a miracle she is, and I have to agree. All babies are miracles. Each and every baby out there that's born is a miracle. This one is, I think we can see that a little more clearly with this one because we tend to take life for granted. And this one, she's just doing good to be here. And she's really doing good not to have been born on the side of the interstate. That was a big thing there. Mom drove herself to the hospital, for those of y'all who don't know or haven't heard. And she got to the hospital about 30, 40 minutes before our Bambina made her appearance there, and that includes, the time at the hospital to check in and get seen and triaged and put in a room and all that stuff. And then she made her appearance. No time for any kind of anesthesia or pain medicine or anything like that. So boom, she was there. So yeah. Let me see. I'm glad you're kidding, Peter. I'm glad you're kidding. But yeah, and she's taking like half an ounce at a time. Let's see. So that's what we got there. So anyway, I will be going back out to the desert Southwest, and I'll have to take this with me. So yeah. So my traveling. So it's going to be a little crazy. And that is because, okay, next week on the live stream, Lori's going to be here with me, and we're going to talk about her experiences with car camping and raising kids in this incredible sort of van lifestyle experience, except with a car. And then the next day, I'm leaving and I'm going to a conference. My husband has to go. I'm just tagging along with him on this one the next day. And then that same week, I got to be in Kansas Wednesday night for class the next day for the service dog. So travel for that. So let's see. What is today? Wow. Okay, yeah. So a week from Thursday. Today's the 28th. So a week from Thursday. Next week we'll have Lori, and then 2 weeks from today, I will be doing this live stream from Kansas. Kansas. Woo! So excited. So yeah, from the conference, which is in North Carolina, to Kansas. Then I'm going to be back home for about 2 weeks. Kind of to basically, clean out the RV and fix things up again like that. And then I will be 2 weeks later, I will be boom on my way out to New Mexico to the desert Southwest. My husband's going to be joining me a month later. It's going to be so cool. And then we're going to be coming back home, and then I'm going to try to go to the beach. One of the things, like over at the Outer Banks in North Carolina, we were able to stay at the beach last year, off season, with the beach on the other side of the sand dunes. In the RV, we stayed for $18 and like 75 cents per night with electricity and all that jazz. So not the dump station. Okay, we had to use a dump station. Otherwise, at the campsite, we had electric. So, all right. So let's see. We were just joined by Earl Whitmore. So hi, Earl, and welcome. Kind of new. Why don't you use the thermostat or a meat temp checker about 3 to 4 feet away and check it throughout an hour or so? I can check it from 3 or 4 feet away right now. We checked it really up close earlier just to make sure that it was actually putting out cool. So we'll give this just a minute to focus in there. I'm excited, Lori. They're not the plans that I had exactly for this summer because we got the word that the baby was coming, well, that she was pregnant at about the same time we got the information about the service dog. So, and those dates, service dog dates were set for me, and of course, grandbaby sets grandbaby's dates. Now, this said 77 degrees, but I know that's not right because my kitchen is not 77 degrees. So we'll keep trying. We'll give it a minute just to make sure. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. I hadn't planned on traveling this much. And I am pretty concerned about the cost of gas. Okay, this still says 74.3. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's thinking about it. Okay. 69.6. And let me see what temperature it is in here. Okay. So temperature in the room, according to the other thermometer, which I can't reach to get to, but it said 72. So 72 to 69. So that's about 3 degrees there. Hopefully that helps a little bit, Earl. So I am going to let it run. We are going to be continuing this. The live streams that usually go about an hour on Saturday nights. So I'll check it again before we conclude the live stream later. Let's see, perfect temperature. Lori is saying 74 is her perfect temperature. Wow, that's cool, Lori. And then Peter is saying 62, so that's cool too. I like having it a little warmer in the day and a little cooler at night. So Peter 62 is a little bit cool for me, but I can do like 66 or 68. It just helps me breathe better. Peter says we can go for 4 hours. We might do that someday. We had, what was it, the 8-hour live stream a couple of months ago? That was an interesting one to do because I had different people lined up to help me do the stream at different points of the day. Candy the Wee Service Dog joined me. Mel joined me. Lori Jean was not here, but she'll be here Saturday. So if I do this again, hopefully Lori Jean will help me out. And Tanya Lambert came in and helped me out, and some other people in and out. We got hubby a couple of times, but let me tell you, sitting in front of a computer that long, when you can't really get up and, you know, like at work, you can get yourself a cup of coffee and take care of personal needs. It's kind of hard to do that on a live stream, but we could try that again. Busy Lady is here. Hey. And Busy Lady says, I came on, then ran to the store. The store must be close by. Oh, Peter, just about 6 months to go. Oh, that's going to kill me there. Busy Lady says, how are you? I'm good. I'm freaking out about the upcoming travel. I'm going to zap this again and see where we are. But what can you do? It's the gas prices that have me a little freaked out. Because when I did the budget, I was not planning on gas prices that were this high. I knew they'd go up a little bit. So I kind of padded just a little bit on the gas prices and allowed myself a 15% increase. Whoops. I'm talking and moving this. But yeah. Okay. So this is taking a minute. 71.3. Yes, I'm going to get the dog. Yep, that's the AC behind me. And I'll be going to get the dog leaving Saturday to go to a conference for a couple of days. And then, so yeah, not Saturday, Sunday. I've got to get the RV packed on Saturday. Then out of town at the conference for a couple of days. We're going to be leaving the conference actually a little early to be able to get to Kansas. So Super stoked. Super stoked. I cannot wait. Like, I am dying to find out, like, what breed is this dog going to be, And I just can't wait. Just cannot wait. I know it's going to be a larger dog, but like, what breed? And is it a girl or a boy? And I can't show the service dog until after graduation is over with the class and I've passed and it's official. Let's see. Coming back here. Just drive slow, Gayle. It will save you gas. 55 should be good. It will. We noticed that on the trip that we had to do to New Mexico that was, really fast in a couple of weeks ago. And it made a big difference. The problem is in New Mexico, the speed limit is 75. Well, I can't say that's a problem. I like having a speed limit of 75, just saying. But if you go too far under that, then really people start getting angry that are behind you. So that's the challenge there. Anyway, back to the chat. How much is that portable AC? It is $29.99. I'm going to be posting a link in the group to that. Busy Lady, I told him earlier that because this was a product given to me, I'm not doing the whole commission thing on it. I'm just going to put the straight link in the chat. Okay, because they gave me the product for free. So I kind of feel funny doing a commission. I don't think you're supposed to, but I feel like people do anyway, and I'm not doing that. So yeah, Busy says, how exciting. I know, I can't wait. So, okay, here's kind of the live stream schedule coming up. Just keep everybody in the loop. On the 4th, Lori G is going to be here, and we're going to talk about, her raising her kids in like the van lifestyle, except she's the car. And then, so she's going to be here on the 4th, so 1 week from today. And then 2 weeks from today, I will be in Kansas. I've already started class, and we're going to have a gender reveal for the dog. I can't do a breed reveal until after graduation, but we could do a gender reveal for the dog. So I'm going to do that. And then after that, the following Saturday, which is like the 18th, I think. I could pull up a calendar. But anyway, okay, maybe I can do the calendar. Maybe I can't hit the right button. So, okay, the 18th is the day after graduation. So, as long as things go well and I actually graduate and I get the clearance, then I'll be able to show the dog to you. So 18th, yay! Super stoked about that. So what it is like on the 17th, we'll have graduation that evening. And I can't put pictures of any of this online. I've been cautioned about that. But I can do photos of like different things in the area. I just can't show the dog. So it's kind of a bummer, but that's the way they do it. And then, so we'll have that on the 17th. And then it will have its first official vet visit on the early morning on the 18th. And that evening, I will be somewhere on the road between Kansas and here and can do the live stream. And that's where I will be able to show you the dog. So I'm super, 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 super stoked. Absolutely cannot wait. This is going to like give me my life back, basically. So let me dive back into the chat. Let's see. So Busy asked about the cost of the Gizmo, and Peter has posted about lights and sirens. It's like, yeah, I've gotten a few of those little, what do they call them? A request to contribute to the judge's retirement fund on the side of the road. They were so eager to request the donation that they wanted to talk to me on the side of the road. We'll just say that. Not lately, though. Not lately. Let's see. Valerie's here. So hi, Valerie. Welcome to the live stream, Valerie. I know, busy. I can't wait either. I'm so excited. Still freaking out, like with the whole gasoline thing, but it'll be okay. We'll figure something out, right? We're talking about the 18th of June, right? I came in late. Yes, that is when I anticipate being able to show the dog, and super stoked about that. So, just real quick, Lori's going to be here on the 4th, and we're going to talk about travel and van life, camping, raising kids when she's car camping, things like that. And then on the 11th, I'll be in Kansas, and we're going to do a gender reveal, a doggy gender reveal for the dog. And then on the 18th, after graduation, I can show you the dog. So exciting. And let's see. So that's the 18th. And then I will be, let me see. I'm going to pull the calendar back up just for a second. And then, so that's the 18th. And then the 25th and the 2nd should be like my normal, regular live streams. And then I'll be back on the road the 9th of July. Because, like, got to go see the grandbaby, which is totally not exactly what we had planned. Our original plans had been, to go and do the service dog in June and spend that 10 days in Kansas, then to come back, and then hubby and I were going to go out and take the RV, and he was going to set that up for me and do a couple of like last minute things to get ready for the baby that like I can't do. And then he was going to fly home. And then in August, he was going to fly back out. And then we were going to take the RV and come back. But since baby decided to make her entrance early, like her mama did, that kind of threw a kink in the works a little bit. So I'm going to be out in the van, and then he's going to still fly out. And it worked out so cool with the tickets. Alaska Airlines, folks, really, really pleased with Alaska Airlines, because we bought tickets thinking I was going to be going out to Hawaii for this special program, and decided that we would not do that. So we canceled our tickets. And then that was a little over a year ago that we had done that. And then we were allowed to keep the credit on file. So his airline ticket is not costing us anything out of pocket. So that was going to be the flying back and forth. But since she decided not to, we've got to let our ticket go for July. So we'll still have a little bit of Alaska Airlines credit. They've been great to work with, though. I really like Alaska Airlines. But of course, right now, after the way Delta Airlines treated me on going to see the grandbaby, I'm like singing Delta Airlines praises from like the top of my lungs. They were amazing. Absolutely amazing. And let's see, let me back up in here. So going back to the chat, Valerie was like, we're talking about the 18th of June. You're right. Yes. Okay. Oh, and y'all may hear some noises. Hubby back here is going to be starting dinner. So you may hear some noises. And that's okay. We'll just ignore you.
Okay.
All right.
That's good. Yes.
And Busy loves the lip earrings I sent. Yay! Yes. Well, you already were the coolest kid on the block. Now you just have cute earrings. So, yay. And Boss Hog Spuns. Really? Right? There, but legit, like in some areas that does go to the judge's retirement fund. And the reason I know this is because like on the bottom of the ticket, there was a little note, and that's what it said the last time I got a ticket. So, which has been a while, admittedly, a couple of years now even. a couple of years is a while. Just saying. Busy lady says you won't run out of gas. It'll be fine. Hope so. If y'all get this live stream and it says that I am setting up housekeeping now in, like, I don't know, in Kansas, then you'll know I ran out of gas and that's going to be my new home, right? That Valerie's going to be visiting family in New York from the 10th to the 20th. That is so cool. So yay. Nothing's better than family. Just saying. And Spider-Man put a picture of something that I can't tell really what it is, but okay, it looks like a baby. So awesome. Lori's starting dinner too, and Valerie wants to know what hubby's cooking. Hubby is cooking. We have frozen salmon.
Frozen salmon. We have baking potatoes, and I'm doing some.
Wait a minute.
Strawberries.
You can bend down and they can actually see you. So
hello again.
Hi. So he's doing the salmon and what?
Baked potatoes and strawberry shortcake and something else. So yes.
Okay.
So yep, that's it.
Yeah. I actually showed him how to do strawberry shortcake when we were on the trip out to New Mexico. We wanted something to kind of celebrate a little bit. And so I showed him how to do strawberry shortcake. So he's getting to do that. So hopefully it'll be fine. Let's see. ADHY, hi and welcome. And let's see. So yeah. I do want to plug on the salmon that he's cooking. It is absolutely top notch. And we got it from Misfits of all places. So we've ordered it like, 4 times now?
I think this is the 4th, yes.
And then we've got it coming next week too.
And the smoked salmon's good too.
And the smoked salmon is good, John says. And yeah, we got it of all things from the Misfits market. The produce company with the boxes that I've been ordering, those are fabulous. So now you can order meats. And well, not just now, but as of a little while ago, a couple of months, you can order meats through the Misfits. And like we have ordered this huge Misfits box that we can whisk away and take with us on the trip. I've done this several times now, and it has worked out beautifully each time. So just order it ahead of time, and then like it comes in, and you don't even have to think. You can throw it in the cooler. You can throw it in the RV fridge for the van. I mean, come on, it's great. So just saying. So let me get back to the chat. I just saw Peter's comment about Taco Bell. I need a moment.
I like Taco Bell.
I'll explain. I'll explain later, hubby.
Okay.
So, all right. Let's see. Val says she's going to run right over. It sounds yummy. And busy lady's laughing at Peter. So there you go. And apparently busy lady had to take care of some trash there. So, okay. Not sure what's up there. But anyway, yeah. So let me go back over here and check this Gizmo again. And I don't know. It's got, can y'all see this? It's got this, the air that's coming out is so cool that it's got, like, it's foggy now. So just to check, 2 inches out of here, which is about where we checked earlier for the first time. We'll give it a minute to register. And let's see, in the house, we're now at 71 degrees in the house. And at a couple of inches away, the screen goes blank. Okay, so at about 2 inches, we're at whatever the thermometer says, 62.6. And let's see what this says. I'm about, let's see. I'm about at 3 feet away. Give it just a second. I was pointing it in the wrong place. It was 72 degrees. Sorry about that. So 68.3. So it is cooling a little bit, even from a distance. So I'm still pretty impressed by that. I'm a little farther out now. I can still feel the fan. But being this far out, I'm about the 4 foot part, and 70.3 is what it said just a minute ago. So neat. Now let me check the fuel level. Let's see. Yeah, Lori Jean says the air conditioner is really coming out nice now, Gail. It is. It is. Who would have thought? Well, I guess the designers of it would have thought, but not me. And let's see. Peter says, just cover it up with a blanket and see how cold it will get. You know, cover it up like a tent. It's a good idea. I may do that. How long will the water work in that? And Valerie, I'm not sure. Let me see. I filled it up just a few minutes after we started the live stream. Then I added some ice to it. So that changed the water level just a little bit. But it's down to about right here, and the fill line is right up here. So we've used about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 1/4 of the water so far in the hour stream. So interesting. And it's also got the timer on it, which I didn't try. If you want to set a timer, it's got a 2 hour and a 4 hour timer, and then that'll turn it off. And Peter, you said something about a blanket. Hang on just a second. I've got a towel I can do. Because the others are in the bathroom. So, let's see. We're taking Peter's suggestion here. Give it just a minute. And whoops. We're trying to take Peter's suggestion. I got to keep lifting it because it turns it off. Give it just a minute. Okay. And this is 60. Hold on. 65.3 is what it said. So 65.3 with it like the little tent thing. That was a good question. Let's see. So around 4 hours for a tank of water, pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. If you put ice in it, that might change the length of time. So, but yeah, about 4 hours, I would think. And Peter says, cool, that's going on my Christmas list. And Busy Lady says, agreed. So, well, good. I am flabbergasted. I'm just going to say that. Now, I don't know that it would cool my entire van on a 105-degree day out in the Southwest, but it would at least cool off part of the van. We're going to test it. I'll take it out there with me. We're going to give this a whirl. Now, let's see. Valerie says, I bought a unit similar to that, but bigger for her sister. She lives in Texas and doesn't have air conditioning in her craft room. It says it gets hot in there. Yeah. And she could put it on her sewing desk. Yeah. That's a really good idea. But the thoughts of being in Texas and not having air conditioning in my craft room, that would scare me to death, Valerie. Gotta say. And this unit, I can see where it would help in that kind of situation because you don't have the humidity in Texas that you do in other places, like when I tried something similar down in Florida and Orlando. So yeah. Busy Lady says better than nothing and seems better than a fan. Yeah, I would say it is definitely better than nothing. And it's got the fan on it, which is nice. And hey, hello. Texas Service Dog Team says air conditioning. I need to see this. So, hey, welcome. How are you guys? And yeah, so just to show the fan, see, even from here, you can see that moving. So even from here, like I can feel the fan and I can feel the cool. And I didn't think I would. But this is like, those of you all who are familiar with the term evaporated cooler or swamp cooler, that's really like what this is, where you put in the water and then the fan blows over it and cools off. I'm just surprised it works this well, gotta say. And I'm going to test it again. Okay. So from this far, it's testing at 70.5. Well, it just shut off. Hold on. Give it just a second here. It also helps when I angle it right. If I hit the wall with it, that doesn't seem to work too well. Well, it says 80, but we know that's not right because it's not 80 degrees in my house. There we go. So right now, just that quick second, it's at 69.6. Sorry, 69.3.4.3. So, and in the house, it's 72. So it always goes between 71, 72 in the house, bounces around within that degree. So not too bad. Let's see. Yay, Texas Service Dog Team says they're great. So yay, very glad for that. Peter Parker says, let's all pray for those. Yes. And the teachers too. Oh my gosh. I just cannot imagine. Because like when this is going back years ago, my daughter was in high school and we got a note from the principal that there had been someone who brought a gun to school and kept it in their backpack all day. And the school was trying to convince me that they had it under control all day and that none of the students were in danger. So they found this gun in the kid's backpack not too long before school was out for the day, like within that last period class. And he'd had it in his backpack all day. And I said at the time, I'm like, you can't convince me that it was under control all day and the kids weren't at risk when you have it in the backpack of a student all day. And my heart, when I got that note and I heard from her and other students what had happened, my heart just stopped. And to me, it was one of those near miss kind of situations. I just cannot imagine what those poor parents are going through and the classmates and everyone involved out in Texas. I cannot imagine that. So definitely. Busy says, I hope it is not 80 in your house. That's Florida style. Yeah, no, it's not. And then Busy says, ridiculous. And I agree. Says, I think all schools should have metal detectors. I mean, it seems dumb. Not at this point. Come on. Yeah. It's one of those things. And it's like, why don't we have metal detectors? How did the person get in without being, stopped? This student at my daughter's school, it's like, how is it that nobody spoke up about it, that knew it was in his backpack until like the very end of the day? But I mean, that there's like this whole range of situations where you're just like, what are the schools thinking? Like the planners of the schools, and yeah, like school boards, school principals, like where is their heads in this? So anyway, service dog, Texas service dog team is saying, I pray our Heavenly Father comforts the families who have lost loved ones and brings the survivors to know Him better. Amen.
Amen.
And Peter says, I think the mom and dad of the child should go to jail with their child. I got no qualms about that. Send them both. But then I've been a big proponent for like ever that if a child gets in trouble at school to the point where they have to have like in-school suspension or out-of-school suspension, the parent should go to school with them and go to class and be there all day just to experience what it's like, again, to be in school, because things change. And, like the way it was when I was in school is not the way it is now. And the way it was when my daughters were in school is not the way it is now. I mean, things change. So, yeah, I've always thought if the parents could be forced to go to school, do it. And Peter says, okay, sorry, Busy Lady says if her son was shot, she would lose her mind. Yep, I'm with you. And she says, yes, they should. And says, my son's school's super picky about a lot of things, but I get it. It's like I'm grateful for schools now that are picky about things. And, it drives you crazy, but there's reason behind things. So, yeah. We just live in a terrible world where, well, I won't say terrible because there are some amazing things in the world, but we hear one bad thing, I get it, and it overshadows all of the good things. But we live in a world that's in turmoil, and we got to do the best we can with it. And I think part of that is learning how to calm the turmoil down. And, maybe if somebody could have gotten to this student, former student, like years before, they could have calmed him down and like headed off some of this stuff at the pass, But Busy Lady says, better than them not caring. True. Hard to find a middle ground. True. And then Texas Service Dog Team says, you can raise two kids the same way, and one turns out great, and the other is a troublemaker. It's not necessarily a parent's fault. The kids spend so much time with teachers too. And that's true. That's true. But even if you raise two kids to be, raise them in the same way, there's a possibility. I mean, it's within the realm of possibility that like one student's going to be bullied and picked on and the other student won't be, even when they're in the same house, same situation. And that impacts kids, and they see and they're exposed to so much. It's just the kids really, like, my heart breaks for them. Like, we're in a world where, like, we're having to teach kids, not just stop, drop, and roll in case they catch on fire, but the big stuff, like what this school just went through. But we're also having to teach kids, like, how to administer Narcan in case mom or dad or a friend of theirs overdoses. Like, it's just crazy. And then here I have a new grandbaby that's growing up in all of this, hopefully growing up. And, yeah. But just keep her and all the kids in your prayers. Let's see. Texas Service Dog Team. This is Busy Lady. Texas Service Dog Team. That is true. I have mixed feelings about that, as my son had some trouble in school and I was lost on what to do. Gotcha. Look at King David. He had good kids and bad ones. Definitely true. Good example there, going back generations ago. Makes me not judge any parents that are doing their best. Yeah. And Lori says, we can't control the adults, and that's where these kids get their gusto. And that is part of it. Like, when I was working with juvenile offenders, you could kind of tell a difference on what kids would come through the program successfully and what wouldn't, which ones wouldn't, based on their parents. And it seemed like the ones that were super permissive and making the most excuses for the kids, it seems like those kids didn't do very well. The parents who were lackadaisical about things or angry about things or showed up drunk, I won't even go there on that one. But those kids, it seemed like, didn't make it. But the parents who were loving but firm when they brought their kids, those kids seemed to be the ones that made it. And I've got to tell you, that whole experience working with juvenile offenders really impressed upon me the value of the Scouts, because we had just over a few over 100 kids that we worked with. And we had kids that were involved in band, in mathlete programs, in all of these extracurricular activities, and church youth groups, and karate and soccer. They would be involved in all of these things. And we had a lot of kids who were doing that. But in that whole length of time, we had one that was a Scout. One. So it's like, it really impressed upon me the quality of the impact of a scouting program where they get to go outside and be exposed to nature and things like that, because nature is restorative, or at least it is for me. And yeah, it really seemed to help. So anyway, back to the chat. Busy says, I got into trouble as a kid. I think this is my karma, LOL. Yeah, I was not the best kid in the world, but my upbringing was not that great. It was tough. Let's see. Loving but firm is good advice. Yeah, it just seemed like the kids who had that did better. And we had one kid whose mother, if she didn't like the lunch that was provided, which we had different churches and people bringing lunch in, sometimes we'd order pizza, but if she didn't like it or didn't think that her son liked it, she wanted to go to McDonald's and pick food up, and her son would have that during our lunchtime when everybody else was having whatever was served. So that one got in a little trouble later on again. So that kind of permissiveness, it didn't seem to go. But, I was really impressed with the Scouts, with being outdoors and camping and experiencing totally different things. It's hard to argue that we only had one student. So anyhow, Valerie says her son got into a little trouble in and out of school. He made a few wrong choices. Luckily, he outgrew it and turned out to be a great person. Yay! But I don't, Valerie, from what I've seen of you, you're not the mom that makes grand excuses for her kids. So that seems to help. Busy says, that's great, Valerie Reese. My son is doing better now, and I pray it stays that way, but I know he won't be perfect. Yeah, perfection with kids, that's not going to happen. Except for my grandbaby. Now, I will make an exception for my grandbaby, just because she's little and preemie and hasn't made any mistakes yet. Sex and Service Dog Team says, I need to go. Today is Shabbat, and it's my day of rest. Okay, Texas, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, can I email you a couple of questions about your faith at some point if I still have your email address? I've got a couple of questions. So if you don't mind, if you're still here and hear this, let me know. But anyway, have a good Shabbat, and we will talk to you at some point in the future. And she says anytime. So thank you. Basically, my grandbaby had a note put in the wailing wall, and I just had a couple of questions about that. So anyway, so yeah. All right, well, I'm going to check this Gizmo out again, and hubby is making noises over here that indicates he might need a little help.
No, the smoke alarm has not gone off. Everything is under control.
But that's because you took the battery out of the smoke alarm.
Hush, hush, hush. That's my cooking secret.
He really did.
I really did. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to zap this thing again. Whoops.
Do you want me to hold it for you or something? Or?
No, I just need to hold it steady.
Like the disco lights.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 70.6. And let me see what it is closer. And Busy's laughing at us. She says, you two crack me up.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that he really did. We have the battery out of the smoke alarm because he keeps setting it off.
What kind of idiot puts a smoke alarm like right above the stove? I mean, really?
It's how you know when dinner's done, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. So I'm doing it back again about 2 inches away, just because that gives me an idea of what the temperature is that's coming out of here. And this is the coolest yet. This is, let me see if I can get it over before it changes. 62.9 was one of the readings, and then I had to turn it back on because it shut off. So see 3.9. You know, unbelievable. I am shocked. Pleasantly shocked, but shocked. So I'm going to call this one a win. How about you all? And let's see. John, Busy says it's probably the best spot for a smoke alarm. And Peter wants to know, can I come over for dinner? Sure, come on over. It'll be ready probably in about 20 minutes. So put on your Spidey suit and hop on over. And let's see. Peter says dogs are great to have around. Mine is sometimes a pain in the patootie. And yeah, sometimes they can be like that.
But
Tomlin
we
was
love him
fabulous, but he had his moments occasionally. Like 3 a.m., it's time to play, dropping the toy in your face at 3 a.m. to get your attention. Yeah, that was interesting when he do that. But anyway, Busy says her stopped caring when someone knocks at the door. Yeah. And then she said that's the best spot for a smoke alarm. Valerie says, I used to have to do that in her Chesterfield house. Every time I turned the stove on, the alarm would go off. And Busy says, oh, Lord. Yeah,
It's not just me, man. Ha!
it's not, apparently. But yeah, that happened. Let's see. Busy says, oh, Lord. Yep. And then she says, Gayle, can you feel it blowing on you from where you are sitting? Yes. I'm going to get my baggie out again. So, just so you see, a minute, I'll hold it up.
Yeah.
And you can see the movement, so you know it's blowing, which is cool. Literally and figuratively cool. Busy says, oh, Tomlin, LOL. Yes, he would just sometimes randomly decide, okay, it is time to play. He'd hop on the bed and he would drop it literally on my face, like, hello, mommy. So yeah, it got old fast. And Buzz says, well, first, hi, Buzz. How are you? And welcome. It's good to see you. And says, hi, guys. Do you think it will cool off a small room? If so, how low below ambient temp? I really, it's cooling. I think that how low below ambient temp is going to be a good question, because it's like an evaporative cooler, like a swamp cooler, and it's got the water in it. It's blowing across the waters, but you can put ice in it and have ice water, which will bring the temperature down more. But so far, we have seen that it's varying between the 62.9 on up to about 68 something earlier, I think it was. The temperature in my house has fluctuated between 71, 72 degrees according to the thermometer on the half wall. So I think it's going to cool. I don't think it's going to do a fabulous job for all day cooling or something like that, but I do think it will cool. How far below ambient temperature, I don't know. It's really designed to be apparently just a personal cooler. So we've got a fair amount of cool coming out of it. I can't really gauge it because I've got 1, 2, 3 doors open in my kitchen area. And I have a half wall leading into the other room. So I don't have an enclosed space. I am going to test that, though, when I go to the desert Southwest here in a few weeks, and possibly Kansas. So we'll see. Let's see. Busy says, I want one for my bedroom for whatever reason. My room never cools like the rest of the house. Oh, that is so frustrating. I got you. And you're welcome, Buzz. So, Busy says, don't forget to give her a thumbs up. So, yay. Thank you for that reminder. Buzz says, hi, Val, getting ready. At Buzz, you could build one, LOL. You probably could. I actually did something similar. We were going out to Orlando, Florida, my daughter and I, a few years ago, and we took the van. I didn't have an air conditioner like this, certainly, and I didn't have a really good air conditioner in the van. Well, I guess I had the regular car air conditioner, but I didn't have one that I could plug up into a 110 outlet that would run all the time. That's what I mean by not having a good one in the van. So I took a large cooler and cut 2 holes, styrofoam cooler, cut 2 holes in the top, On one, I outfitted a crook neck PVC pipe so I could kind of direct airflow. On the other hole, I put a fan. So the idea was it would blow air into the cooler and then it would come out the crook neck spout. And she said it made a difference. So I was kind of on the fence about it, but then I aimed it like straight at her because she's the daughter and that's what parents do. It helps some. She said it helped a lot. I thought it helped some. So, yeah, I wasn't 100% convinced that it lowered the temperature dramatically, but it, like I said, she was happy. We put ice in it, and now it did kind of eat ice, if you will, because it just melted so fast. But yeah, you could probably totally build one like this. See, go back. He's doing colors for Busy Lady. I don't know, but okay. Oh, Busy says gummy worms. I was looking for those at the store today. LOL, they did not have any. Ah. And Busy says, by the way, I have a couple newish vids on my other channel, Busy Lady 35. So we'll have to go check that out. So that sounds cool. So, all right, I'm going to check this one more time just to check the fluid levels. We're at an hour and a half into the live stream. So, yay. Let me just take a peek at the fluid levels here and kind of go from there. And Lori Jean's going to step out. So, Lori, thank you for coming. She says, I have to go, sweetie. We'll see you all next week. So, yes, that's good. Thank you for coming. And Lori's going to be on next week, next Saturday night. All right. And if you can see, there's still fog coming out. So flipping this around so you can see the back. Fill line is right up here. And we've used just a smidgen over a fourth. So the fourth line is right here. And we are just almost to the bottom of that line. So just a smidgen underneath the fourth. So that's cool. Let's see. And Candy's going to go. She says, good night, everyone. I have a bad headache. I hope you all have a good Memorial Day. You too. I hope your headache is better. And then Buzz says, seeing it runs on a wall until it may be a 12-volt unit, like a lighter plug into the unit. Just check the plug in the back of the unit. Oh, I definitely think it could run off a 12 volt if you have the adapter to go from 110 to 12 volt. I think it could run off that. I'm also anticipating that it can run off of my solar panels. Well, the batteries, solar to the battery to your gizmos. I think it can run off of that because it's not taking a lot of electricity. So we'll have to check that out with a voltmeter. Spider-Man says 2.5 hours to go. Yeah, I don't think that'll work. And Busy says, Gayle, you should do a t-shirt giveaway. LOL. I might have to look at that, but probably not until I get the summer traveling over with, because I don't know where I'm going to be to mail that t-shirt from. That is something we can consider. So yeah, that'd be funny. All right. That'd be fun, rather. All right. So I want to thank you all for coming out. It's been fun. I hope this has been helpful if you're looking at one of these little gizmos. I'm going to turn it away from the wall. So I hope it's been helpful again. If you're looking at one of these gizmos, and we tried to be as accurate with information as we could about how it was cooling. Let me know what you think down in the comments section or over on our group. And if you're not a group member, come join us on our Facebook group. That link's down below. So anyhow, hope you all have a great week. And I did the live stream Thursday where I was making the cushions for the van, and did go ahead and record the actual sewing part. So I'll have that up this week. And if you all have any suggestions for dealing with these crazy high gas prices, I have a video up. And on that video, I say share about your tips for dealing with these high gas prices on the video. So I am putting together the shout out video to go with that, and I'll have that out this week also. So you all have a great week. Take care, and Lori and I will see you on Saturday night right here, 7 p.m. Eastern, okay? So thank you all. You all have a good night, and be bodacious. That's this hashtag, be bodacious. Don't let life get in the way of living. And Peter says, this is the sad part of the live stream, saying goodbye. I agree. I hate it too. So y'all take care, and I'll see you this week. Bye. Good night, Valerie. Thank you all for coming. Good night, Buzz.